You wake up, you go about your day, you think your thoughts, you feel your emotions, and everything seems normal. But here's the question. Who is actually experiencing all of this? If your mind is constantly generating thoughts, worries, and judgments, who is the one listening? Most people go their entire lives without ever questioning this. They just assume the voice in their head is them. But is it? Because the moment you start investigating, something strange happens. Most people think they're in control of their mind. But if that were true, why does the mind so often feel like it's controlling us? Have you ever noticed that you don't choose your thoughts? They just show up. Some are familiar, some are random, some are completely unwanted. You don't sit down and say, "I'll think about this next." It happens automatically. And sometimes it feels like your mind is your worst enemy. You want to focus, but thoughts distract you. You want to be happy, but doubts creep in. You want to sleep, but your brain won't shut up. So the real question is, if you were truly the one in control, why is this happening? Why can't you simply decide to be calm, peaceful, and happy at all times? Because the you that you think you are isn't actually you. Most people live trapped inside their thoughts, believing them to be real. But thoughts are not reality. They're just stories, narratives that shape how we feel, how we react, how we see ourselves. And yet, we treat them as truth. Let's test that. Imagine sitting in a quiet room. Nothing is happening. Everything is still. But suddenly, a thought pops up. What if I mess up? Nothing actually happened. But instantly, you feel stress. Your heartbeat might even speed up. Did that thought predict the future? Did it change reality? Did it deserve the reaction it triggered? Yet, it controlled you, because you believed it. That's how powerful thoughts are. But what if you could see them for what they really are? Just passing clouds in the sky, just noise in the background, just stories that only have power if you listen. The reason most people suffer isn't because of reality. It's because of the stories their mind tells them about reality. If a stranger looks at you funny, your mind might say, "They think I'm weird. I must have done something wrong. People don't like me." But is any of that actually true? Maybe they were just lost in thought. Maybe they had a bad day. Maybe they didn't even notice you. Yet, because you believe the story your mind created, you felt bad. The mind is like an overprotective friend. It's constantly trying to prepare you for worst-case scenarios. But in doing so, it often creates problems that don't even exist. And the more we buy into these stories, the more trapped we become. So, what's the way out? It starts with realizing that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of them. As you listen to this, there's a voice in your head commenting on everything. That voice is not you. You are the one listening to it. And once you recognize this, you gain something most people don't have: choice. Choice to ignore the thoughts that bring you down. Choice to let go of the narratives that don't serve you. Choice to stop living inside the mind and start living in the present. Because life is not happening in your thoughts. Life is happening right now. The illusion doesn't break just because you notice it once. It keeps pulling you back in. Why? Because the mind has been running on autopilot for years. The patterns, the reactions, the endless loops, they've been reinforced over and over. So even when you start seeing thoughts for what they are, they don't just stop. They keep coming. They keep trying to pull you back into their world. This is where most people fall back into the trap. They think, "I get it now. Thoughts aren't me." But then a bad day comes. An old memory resurfaces. A worry about the future